Hello Otters, Kai the Otter here, and welcome back to the second video, or record number 2, of my Genwunners Are They Right series. If this is your first time watching one of these videos, I invite you to click the annotation on the screen or the link in the description to record number 1, where I explain the criteria that our neutral party uses to judge the designs of these Pokemon. For this video, we're not going to go over that. I'm going to assume you've watched that other video and you know. And so what we are going to start with is reviewing our tally page of record number 1 and how the different Pokemon from each of the different generations stacked up. As you may remember, Butterfree was the Gen 1 representative, and he scored 2 points, whereas all other Pokemon scored 1 or less, or 1.5 or fewer points, where our Gen 5 Pokemon was the only Pokemon to score below 1 point and scored a 0 score. So let's see this week's Pokemon. First is our Gen 6 Pokemon, Litleo, the Lion Cub Pokemon, number 667. His anatomy, as judged by our neutral party, was considered to be simple and toy-like, and his coloring complex and plastic. Neither of these things surprised me, with that giant head and those strong lines differentiating between the orange fur, tan fur, and brown fur, but his physical features were given a full point in the details because of the cute little hair, the nice detail on the tail, and the paws. Herdier is our Generation 5 Pokemon and is the Loyal Dog Pokemon number 507. His anatomy is considered to be mixed between being realistic and toy-like. His coloring is considered right in the middle between being simple and blended and complex and plastic, probably from the plasticity, but also the simplicity of that design. Its details are in the colorfulness, with some spots having strictly one color and other spots having strictly another. And in the words of our neutral party, this one is a cute one and is given a score of 1. Primplup is our Generation 4 representative and is the Penguin Pokemon number 394. His anatomy is mixed between being realistic and toy-like, and it looks a lot like the crested penguin in the right corner. His coloring is complex and plastic. Very little blending, I understand that. The details, however, are between details of color from those buttons in the middle and details from physical features from those feet and that crest, giving Primplup a score of 1, just like Herdier before it. Our Generation 3 representative is Barboach. Barboach is simple and toy-like in its anatomy. Its coloring is complex and plastic. Too much color. No blending at all. Apparently, I think it looks like there's a little blending, but I must be wrong. Its details are somewhat in the physical features, but also exist for its colorfulness, giving Barboach its only partial point and a score of 0.5. The Gen 2 Pokemon is my personal favorite, Wooper. And Wooper did okay. Not as good as I had hoped. Its anatomy is simple and toy-like. When you compare it to those pictures on the bottom, it doesn't surprise me too much, though still a little disappointed. Coloring, somewhat blended, somewhat complex and plastic, but altogether alright. And its details are heavier on those physical features, probably from those external gills and the belly. So giving Wooper a score of 1.5. Solid right in the middle score. I can be happy with that. Way to go, Wooper. And Seel, the Sea Lion Pokemon number 86, is the Generation 1 representative, the one the Genwunners are proud of, who has gotten a mixed score in anatomy for being somewhat realistic like a seal or a sea lion, but also being a little toy-like kids draw their seals. The coloring is not really simple and blended, but not really complex or plastic either. The only difference in the color is from that mouth, where it is a little plastic, a little different between the abrupt change of color. But its details are where Seel really, really shines. And its details, it's all about those physical features. The details in the fins, details in that little horn, and the details on that tongue and mouth. And as our neutral party let me know, this Pokemon deserves a score of 2, because Seel does look like it is based off that baby seal pup in the corner of the screen. And there you have it. Let's tally up what we've gotten from this video. We have from record number 2 and number 1, 2 Pokemon that have scored a score of 2, and both of them are from Gen 1. All other generations are now mixed between a score of 1 and a score of 0, with 1 Pokemon from Generation 3 and 1 Pokemon from Generation 5 having scored 0, and all other Pokemon scoring at least 1 or above. Well, that is it. Again, so far it looks like those Genwunners may be right, and that the designs of Pokemon, according to their criteria, maybe aren't as good as they used to be. But check back next week as we look at record number 3. Annotations on the screen where you guys can learn about me, check out my Pokemon Coliseum randomized Paralock, or check out my Pokemon Crystal Heart Relock with my wife, Lean Shi, where we're playing 2 different Pokemon games in a Soul Link together. It's a lot of fun. Moreover, I invite you to comment on this video. Let me know if you agree with the analysis that our neutral party gave, where you think they are wrong, where you think they are right, and if you are starting to believe that Genwunners might have some validity to this argument. Also share this video, and please like it. If you're new, subscribe. We're going to have a lot of fun with this series and with these other series you see on the screen. Thank you very much for watching this video. Play hard and train on.